What up? Brandy here with Nerds Templar. How's it going? I got another opening here for our Disney Lorcana trading card game series, which includes not only opening of things, but also gameplay. Right now, just of me testing out decks, but I would like to get other people, and if we can get a decent amount of people, we could even do some live and recorded tournaments. I think it'd be super fun. Nothing sanctioned, perhaps not at first, at least. But yeah, this is what we're. One second, actually. I took these back up to the office, but I suppose I can bring them back down because why not? We're going to be using the sleeves at least. I'll need to pull all those out of those sleeves so I can use them for the new starter decks we got for Disney Lorcana. Those are the first chapter decks. You can see Mickey Mouse, the premier of one of the premier characters of the Amber and Amethyst, and I don't see one of the hollows over here right off the bat, but Simba being one of the premier of the Sapphire Steel. So we actually did 3 battles with those 2 decks, and you just have to watch to see what happened. And here, though, we have, as I said, those are the first chapter, 2 of the first chapter. There's 3 of them, starter decks. There's only 2 starter decks, and all the other ones so far, I kind of like that they did that. It's kind of cool that they had 3 to start, which included all 6 of the types or whatever. And then from there, they only made 2 decks every time. I don't know. There's something about that tickles my fancy. It's nice for people who can't afford to go crazy and want to still collect everything, like myself. Here we go. This is one thing I got from TCG Player recently. I got another thing too with this from somewhere else. Here we go. Again, just hoping that it's actually what I ordered after I saw the last thing. And I only really buy from people that are that have the gold star next to their name and have 100% sales. And that was the case for the one that got the thing all messed up. So I'm very confused how that happened with a 100% rating guy. But I digress. We shall see. Wow, okay. Mangling this box, but whatever. Knocking my head off my lamp. Okay, nice. Nicely packed. Great. And I got all 4 of the newest decks for the same price as I got those 2 for. There they are. 2 Rise of the Floodborn, 2 Into the Inklands. What we're going to do today is check out the Rise of the Floodborns, both of those, and then I will also probably do 3 consecutive battles with those once I can get them sleeved up, and we'll check those out. And then maybe I'll give them a go against the first chapter decks. And maybe eventually we'll be able to get a bit of a ranking going here of them. So, bam. Amazing packaging. Thank you so much. Blast Toys, Cards, and Gaming. I love that name. I love it. Amazing packaging. That is 100%. 5 stars out of 5 for sure, if I could give that. You can see 17 is what they're... It's funny, that's what I bought those for, actually. $17 each. But that's not what I paid for them. These were 16, listed at 16 at least. Like I said, I got bought set of 2 and then bought set of 2 for $20 each. That was amazing. And yeah, so Into the Inklands, we'll get into those, but you see, this is going to be our our only Ruby and Emerald decks so far are going to be from Into the Inklands. I was going to look into this, but I forgot to. Now we know. The deck that I didn't get, so the 2 colors that we didn't have yet from the first chapter, were the Ruby and Emerald deck. And yeah, there's none from, just happens to be that the rise of the Floodborn decks just mixed and matched those 4 colors again. So then finally we get the other 2 back and into the Inklings. I'll bet that those 2 are going to be used again. They won't do that again so soon. I'll bet you we'll see probably Steel and Amethyst come back again. Anyway, that's that. And we will, of course, have the other there. We're only missing 1 deck right now. The fourth expansion is coming out soon. Actually, I think it's the end of May, so not soon. Luckily for us. That's good. So we can, once we start, especially because there's not much to catch up with this. It just started in September 2023. We'll quickly get all the, if we want, get all the collectible things, if you will, at least the decks, like I've already done. And we'll be caught up with that. We won't have to really splurge at all. And then we can focus back on Pokemon, and we can do that too as those are released. And they'll probably at some points in time coincide with release dates a little more than they are right now, you could say. But right now they aren't. They're kind of spaced nicely. So we are gonna, let's check out. I wasn't super excited about, I don't know who this guy is. I should, because he's on one of the red cards, one of the ruby cards, even though this is not a ruby deck. One of the original, I should say, from the first chapter. And Merlin, of course. Merlin, Maleficent. And that is, I'm not sure who that is either. So I could look on the side here and find out. Oh, or on the back. Tiana, Celebrating Princess. The Sapphire, of course. And wait, Steel. Sorry, Steel. And this Sapphire, Gaston. Don't know where he's from. Okay, let's go with this one first, just because. And we'll have 2 boosts. You know, maybe we'll do the boosters together, one after another. So, number 1, and we'll just kind of quickly look. We don't have to look through it as heavily as we did the first chapter decks, because I didn't know what to expect at all. Point out any differences in the contents, of course. But other than that, I think we can just go straight into checking out the decks themselves. Yep, looks the same. Oh, these are different, so that's good to know. You're dealing with a different type of counter, so a little unfortunate. If I were to save any types of counters in the thing like this, it probably would have been the first chapter ones, because they would have been the most valuable, I'd imagine, being the first. And we have our playmat. Ooh, a double-sided playmat. In case you want to, well, I guess whether you want it on this side or on that side. Nice. Then same deal with the rules. Actually, it looks the exact same, but of course we'll have our playing the Amber and Sapphire deck rules. Teamwork makes the dream work in this deck. And we'll see if we can kind of see that while we go through it real quick here, before we get into those. I'm not a huge fan of the cellophane wrappings on this. In the first chapter decks, they didn't have the foils right on the very top. They had them like the next card in, which was nice. These look okay, but they were on the top. So the Queen, Commanding Presence, Maleficent, but not named that on this card. She is a villain, though. And Gaston, also a villain. Wow, shift 4, so he's a shifter. He's 3 lore. Shift 2 for the queen. Whenever this character quests, chosen opposing character gets -4 power this turn, and chosen character gets +4 power this turn. Wow. That's for the queen down there. And here, develop brain. When you play this character, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may put 1 into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So some scrying or whatever you call it. Okay. Got Bashful. Oh gosh, this character can't quest unless you have another 7 Dwarfs character in play. Okay. I see what they're going for there. 3 lore though, so that's really strong. So that's one of the teamwork parts of this, obviously, is Bashful will get you a ton of lore if you can get him a partner. Wait. This character can't quest unless you have another 7 Dwarfs character. So can I play 2 Bashfuls and then they can then quest together as 2 Bashfuls? Or do I need a different type of 7 Dwarf? Christopher Robin, okay. This is a weird deck so far, to have 2 villains as the stars and then to have a bunch of... So far we have Bashful and Christopher Robin to go with them. The 2 villains, okay. Makes no sense. Well, always be together whenever you're ready. Whenever you ready this character, if you have 2 or more other characters in play. Wow, gain 2 lore. That's cool. Again, teamwork. There's Doc. Share and share alike. Whenever this character quests, you pay 1 ink less for the next character you play this turn. Wow. Cool. So you would have to quest with him early and then play if you want to go with that. Or whatever. Maybe you have a bunch of ink. But that's a nice card. 2 lore gained there as well. We have Dopey. When this character is banished, your other 7 dwarf characters gain +2 power until the start of your next turn. That's pretty good. Seems good at least. They get angry. They get angry when you take out Dopey, the other dwarfs. The dwarf deck is what this is, I guess. There's Gaston, the normal one. Singer 5. Not the greatest card. Other than, I guess the Singer 5 might be pretty good. We haven't seen what songs we have yet, though, here. Probably going to be Amber. Some Amber songs to go along with the Amber Gaston. There's another one. Is it Gaston or is it Gaston? 3 of him. Can have up to 4 copies of cards in your deck. I haven't seen in the other decks so far, or this one, any 4 copies. Grand Duke. Advisor to the king, that's a rare. Yes, your majesty, your princess, king, and queen characters get +1 power. Ooh, that's strong. There's some more teamwork stuff. Of course, that does not apply to our dwarves. Our dwarfs. There's Grumpy, though. There's Trouble Ruin. Your other 7 dwarf characters get +1 power. Well, that applies to the other dwarfs. There's 2 of him at least. Nice 3/4, but he's a 4 cost. 3 of him. Again, not going to have 4 of any of them, I would imagine. Although, again, this is the next series, so things could change. I'm assuming we have all 7 dwarfs. There's Happy. Support. When its character quests, you may add their power to a chosen character's power this turn. Man, this is a cool deck. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like this. I'm not thrilled that the premier cards are villains whenever you have all these non-villain good characters along with them. It doesn't make sense, but Loyal, Lefau, Bumbler. If you have a character named Gaston in play, you pay 1 ink less to play this character. Nice, so he comes out real easy if you have Gaston. And Sleepy. How many is that so far? 6? We're just missing 1 maybe? Nodding Oaf. Yawn, this character enters play exerted. Oh. Does that help for some reason? Would that be good for any reason? I don't think so. I don't think that helps at all. Maybe there's ways to unexert him or something, and then he almost becomes a rush, but can also quest then maybe it's first turn. Let's see. Achoo, there's Sneezy. Whenever you play this character or another Seven Dwarfs character, you may give chosen character -1 power this turn. So Sneezy sneezes on somebody and weakens them. So there's we have supports that power up, and we have disablers that power down weaken enemies. And then there's Snow White, of course. That makes sense. I Won't Hurt You. Now that would make sense as a premier card of the deck, one of the two like main parts of the cards of the deck. But I digress. I Won't Hurt You. When you play this character, you may remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, that's a princess. So that one card that we saw that applies to royalty, basically, applies to her. And of course to the queen, which is the premier card. This is the weaker version of it, I guess. Regal Monarch doesn't actually do anything. Just cheap to get in. Can get some lore. 2/2. Can act as ink, of course, as well. Painting the Roses Red. There's our first song. Up to 2 chosen characters get -1 power this turn. Draw a card. Nice. 2 of those. Yep, just 2 of those. There's Belle. Again, I think she's in one of the other decks we have, earlier ones. Inventive Engineer, not as this card, of course. Wait. Although this is a 1, does that mean this card is from... Yeah, I think that means this card's actually from the first chapter. Which happens, of course, in starter decks. They're not always every card from the new expansion, but of course the boosters will be. Tinker, whenever this card quests, you pay 1 ink less for the next item you play this turn. Cool. Okay. Just one of her. It's an uncommon. Cruella de Vil. During your turn, now get going. During your turn, this character gains evasive. Okay. So that basically, yeah, again, like it says, they can challenge characters with evasive then, but they could still be attacked when they're exerted, or challenged when exerted. They, she. Hiram Laversham, Toymaker. I don't know how you pronounce that, but there he is. Artificer, when you play this character and whenever he quests. When you play him and whenever he quests, so both times, you may banish one of your items to draw 2 cards. Okay, interesting. If you have a lot of items, which we must we didn't have a lot of songs for our song singer, but maybe we'll have some more songs in the blue sapphire side and also more items, because I don't remember any items on the amber side. Judy Hopps, Optimistic Officer. Don't call me cute. When you play this character, you may banish chosen item. Its player draws a card. So basically a lot like Flaversham there. And another one of her. Also gains 2 lore upon questing. Owl. Easy to get in, doesn't do a whole lot. Actually, just like the Queen card. It's the same thing. Except, of course, it's types, if you will. Sorry, my dog is making noises in her sleep. She does that a lot. You might hear a lot more. Phil. Trainer of Heroes support. So again, when he quests, he gives his 3 power to a chosen character. So he's, which is cool. I mean, he's really just a support. You don't really want to attack with him, I guess, because he doesn't have any willpower. The knock. Oh, I gotta get off my knee. The Knock. Water Spirit. Ward. Wards itself. So it can only be chosen in challenges. Three of those. Winnie the Pooh. Nice, that's a rare. Having a think. Honeypot. Whenever this character quests, you may put a card from your hand into your inkwell face down. Ooh, interesting. And by the sounds of it, it doesn't actually have to be an inkwell card, right? It just says a card. 4 dozen eggs. There's another song. Okay, and that's actually Gaston singing it. I guess our other Gastons were, we had Amber Gastons, I think, but when we had the hollow super one was Sapphire. So yeah, this is your characters gain resist +2 until the start of your next turn. So damage dealt to them is -2. Another. Launch an action, banish chosen item of yours to deal 5 damage to chosen character. Wow, that's not bad. Gotta have some items though still. Do we have any items? It's another launch. Okay, nope, that's another. Oh, here, yeah, Fang Crossbow. So here's an item finally. Careful aim, tap and pay 2 ink. That's exert and pay 2 ink. Chosen character gets -2 power this turn. And then stay back. You can just exert to banish this item. Exert and banish this item. What? That doesn't make sense. If you're banishing the item, why would you need to exert it? But anyway, banish this item. Banish chosen dragon character. Okay. So that's that. Don't really need to, unless you really need to get rid of a dragon, you don't need to use that. It'd probably be even more useful to just wait until you want to use these to use combos that get rid of items. Here's another item, Gumbo Pot. We have 2 of the Fang Crossbow. The best I've ever tasted. Exert, remove 1 damage each from up to 2 chosen characters. Wow. So does that, can you choose the same character twice or what? Up to 2 chosen characters. So yeah, probably. And 2 items there for that. 2 Gumbo Pots, that is. And then probably, let's just see real quick here, 2 Popsicles. 3 Popsicles. That's the end here. And those are more items finally for us. Good. We have what, 3, 4, 5, 7 items. Jumbo Pop. When you play this item, you may draw a card. And that's Redwood. Banish this item, remove up to 2 damage from a chosen character. Okay, there is that. Not bad, I would say. Sounds like a decent deck. We shall see how it works in the future. Of course, eventually we can even start putting these together a bit. Mix, match, combine, transform. All right, so there's that. Let's just get straight into Merlin and what was her name? Tiana. Here we go. The camera a bit. There. It's a little better. Now I can kind of see my camera as I sit here. Merlin and Tiana. Same booster pack art. And again, this is going to be the same. And this is going to be the same, other than the guide. Create a powerful presence with tricky transformations. The versatility of these inks allow for plenty of fun combinations. All right, we shall see about that. Get into it. There's a tab right there. If I can find it successfully, that'll work. But then it always gets to that part, and then it's all done for. Alright. Also more trash. There's Merlin. Nice. Shapeshifter, 1/5, a 4 cost, Battle of Wits. Whenever one of your other characters is returned to your hand from play, this character gets +1 lore. This character gets +1 lore this turn. Meaning does that mean he has to actually quest? You don't just get the lore, you have to quest with him, and then he'll get 2 lore, I guess that means. Although you can get, that probably stacks. That Battle of Wits probably gives you +1 anytime during the turn, so you can get +3 perhaps if you can return that many cards. Tiana, Celebrating Princess, resist +2. What you give is what you get. While this character is exerted and you have no cards in your hand, opponents can't play actions. Nice. I tend to run out of cards, so that'll work. Chip the Teacup. Just a basic card. Should put those on the bottom instead of the hollows. Dr. Felicier again in this deck. Savvy Opportunist here. Evasive. Evasive 4/2. He's a 4 cost. So that would be annoying. And luckily he only gets 1 lore, so he won't be going questing a bunch. Well, he probably will be. And if you try to attack him, he's going to hurt. That's about all I can see from him, though. Unless he can gain some willpower somehow. There's another Hey. We have an Amber one from the first chapter deck. This is Persistent Presence Hey. 2/1. He's back when this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand. Wow. So, okay, so anytime it's challenged and loses, it goes back to the hand. If you get rid of it a different way, it wouldn't, I guess. Like with an item or an action. 3. Cusco. Wanted Llama. Okay, where am I? When this character is banished, you may draw a card. So a lot of actions when characters are banished so far. Draw cards, return it to hand. Madam Mim, Fox. Jason the Rabbit. When you play this character, banish her or return another chosen character of yours to your hand. What? When you play this character, banish her or return another chosen character of yours to your hand. Okay, of yours in play to your hand, not from your... I was thinking discard pile for some reason. And then rush. She rushes. So when she comes in, something has to go back to the hand. But when that happens, I think any damage on the thing would be taken off because the damage can't follow it to your hand because it's removed from play. Madam Mim, Snake, just you wait. When you play this character, banish her or return another chosen character of yours to your hand. So it's the same, weaker, lower cost, and doesn't have rush attached to it. That's a rare. Madam Mim Fox. Madam Mim Snake is an uncommon. 2 of those, 3 of those. See if there's another Madam Mim in here somewhere. Merlin Crab. Crab form! Ready or not, when you play this character and when he leaves play, chosen character gets Challenger +3 this turn, which of course gives them +3 while challenging. 2 of those Merlin Crabs. Merlin Goat. Here I come. When you play this character and when he leaves play, gain 1 lore. Nice. Definitely cool. Kind of strong, I guess. So not just something you're throwing in at the very beginning. He's a mid-cost card. Mid-power card too. Not bad as I've played now. 4/3's not bad. That's a decently strong card. Although 3's not a bunch of willpower. I'm still waiting to see if there's any way to increase willpower in here in this deck. Merlin Rabbit. Hoppity hip. When you play this character and when he leaves play, you may draw a card. That's a rare, only one. Merlin Squirrel. When you play this character and when he leaves play, look at the top card of your deck, put it either on the top or the bottom of your deck. Look before you leap is the name of that. 2, 3, nope, just 2 Merlin Squirrels. Freeze in action, exert chosen opposing character. Nice. Cool. Wait. Yeah, so I guess if someone's trying not to allow their character to get attacked, that probably means you could also exert something that had just come in and is waiting for their ink to dry, which was a problem with, well, it came to be relevant in my earlier battles with the earlier decks. That things sitting and waiting for their ink to dry, being that they couldn't have been exerted that time, meant that they were really basically just going to stay alive until the next turn and be able to quest for sure. Anyway, I'm stuck. Another action. Chosen exerted character. Can't ready at the start of the next turn. That stacks really well with freeze. If you want to just completely freeze something, freeze and stick them. Both low cost cards. Beast, Forbidden Recluse. Nice. That's pretty cool art there. 3/4, 4 cost. You're not welcome here. When you play this character, you may deal 1 damage to chosen character. Nice. This is steel now. This is the beginning of our steel side, which isn't always even with the other side. The other color of the deck. 2 beasts. Benja, Guardian of the Dragon Gem. When you play this character, you may banish chosen item. Okay, we have a choice is the name of that. He gets 2 lore when he quests. That's cool. That's why he costs 3 as a 2/3. Cinderella, Knight in Training. Okay, sure, Cinderella. Only in fairy tales. Have courage. When you play this character, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. Okay. So the card draw action. 2 of her. Eli LaBeouf. Big Daddy. 4 cost 2/5. That gets 2 lore, so I guess kind of you want him to just sit in there and gain lore for you while you try to heal him, maybe. I don't know if I've seen heals yet, though. Hercules, Hero in Training. That's from the movie. Recognizable. No need to call IXII. Yeah. Another Herc in Training. Hero in Training. Kronk, Junior Chipmunk. Resist +1. And Scout Leader, during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may deal 2 damage to chosen character. Ooh. Whoa. And that would stack, probably? Can you wait? Actually, there might be a rule that says you can only activate. There might just be a general rule that says you can only activate characters' abilities once. We're going to look at that real quick if I remember. Lawrence, Jealous Manservant. Payback. While this character has no damage, he gets +4 power. Nice. 2 of him. Then we got Lilo, Galactic Hero. Wow. Powerful. 2 lore gained on questing. 3 of those. We got Prince Eric again, Dashing and Brave. This is in the Sapphire Steel deck from the first chapter as well. So Challenger +2 for him. Prince Naveen, Penniless Royal. Just a powerful card, I guess. Semi-powerful card. 1 lore, so maybe more for challenging. The Huntsman, Change of heart. Whenever this character quests, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. So we have seen others in our deck like that. Not on questing, but on playing usually. But then he is a good quester. Oh, he's a rare too. He's a good quester though because he gets 2. And also being able to flip cards constantly, draw and discard with him. That's kind of nice. Don't have a lot of things yet that allow us to grab from the discard pile, I don't think. I don't think we did. The Prince never gives up. Bodyguard, so comes into play exerted and has to be challenged before anything else is challenged if it's exerted. Resist +1. That's cool. Tankiness in the steel side, that's to be expected. And Tiana, Diligent Waitress. Not much else to that. A little bit of willpower for a 1-cost card. And down to the bottom here, have last cannon item, 1, wow. Oh, okay, never mind. So yeah, you have to take 1 ink and banish this item to use the arm yourself effect. Chosen character gains challenger +3 this turn. 2 of those, and then 2 mouse armors to finish things off. More items, protection, exert. Chosen character gains resist +1 until the start of your next turn. Wow, that's cool. Those seem like they'll be very useful cards. All right. Not a whole lot of healing, right? I don't think I saw a whole lot of healing in here, but there are the other things. Protection, or resists, I guess. All right, nice. Well, that's that, and now I guess I can do the packs here. 1 sec. Yeah, as long as you're not exerting the card, it seems you can use the ability or effect as much as you want. I'm pretty sure. All right. Let us get into our 2 packs, and then that is that. We actually had 2 cards last time in the last 2 packs from the first chapter that were both worth a little over $3. That was surprising. They weren't even our hollows, so that was nice. And there is like a 4-piece art thing in the first chapter boosters that you can put together like cards. They're just the card that comes in it that says with the QR code to go to the app to play, or not to play actually. It's just their app. There isn't a way to play online at all yet. You can run through the tutorial, which is just a text and image walkthrough. But anyway, yeah, first pack here. I really love that the starter decks come with 1 booster. There's Basil. We haven't seen him yet, and we do have the Sapphire deck. Again, these are actually all going to be new from Rise of the Floodborn here. There's Snow White. Got her. And we can always add at least 1 of every card we have in the deck to the deck if we have another copy, because there's never 4 copies in the starter decks. Nice. Winnie the Pooh, Honey Wizard. That's kind of cool, actually. Kind of cool. Kind of strong. A common. So, not that cool, I guess. Felicia, always hungry. Felicia. 3/1, reckless. Can't quest and must challenge each turn if able. But only costs 1. And that's in a ruby and emeralds that we don't have starter decks of. So anytime we get a ruby or emerald, it'll be new. Queen of Hearts, quick tempered. Let the storm rage on. An action song that is a steal, so something we could even add in maybe if we wanted. Deal 2 damage to chosen character and draw a card. Cool. That is also a common. I guess they put all the commons first. That makes sense, right? Just like Pokemon does. I do appreciate that. There's an uncommon. Nana, darling family pet. Nursemaid, whenever you play a Floodborn character. So there are some of these, like it says storyboard, and there are some that are Floodborn. It's not talking about the series. And whenever you play a Floodborn character, you may remove all damage from chosen character. Nice. Pinocchio, another uncommon. Probably what, 3 of those, I think, again? I think there might be 4 because there's 12 cards in here. And that might include the one at the back that's not really a card. Pinocchio, talkative puppet. Telling lies when you play this character, you may exert chosen opposing character. Interesting. He would fit into the Amethyst Steel deck, I would say. Mother Gothel. Withered and wicked. What have you done? This character enters play with 3 damage. Nice. That's great. So a 3/1 basically, but only costs 2. And can heal back up to 4 if you can figure out a way to do that. Need more ruby cards to figure that out. Perplexing signposts, an item. So an amethyst item we could use to Wonderland. Banish this item. Return chosen character of yours to your hand. Nice. It just says chosen character of yours. It doesn't say. I guess it's probably implying chosen character in play because it doesn't say in the discard pile. And that was 1 rare, and then another rare Lumiere. Can't use again. It's another ruby. We had 3 ruby, I think, here. A 7/7/7 though. 2 lore gained. That's a strong card. It is kind of cool looking too. Yeah, strong. One of the strongest characters in the game. No, he kind of is though. 7/7's not something to blink at. And there's Lady Tremaine, our hollow card, which there's always one of. And it's a common, just like our other one. I think both our other ones were common too. And then there's the piece in the back, and that is, of course, the bottom left. We have the top left and top right of the first chapter, and now for Rise of the Floodborn so far, we got the bottom left. Let's see what pack number 2 contains. Hopefully something a little better. But who knows? Lumiere might be worth something. I was really surprised to see it was a rare and a super rare, which we didn't get any here, did we? We got 2 in 1 pack last time. This time we didn't get any super rares. I guess we didn't get any in that 1 pack because we got 2 in the 1 pack and then none in the other, but 2 rares here. So out of the 2 rares, maybe there's a chance for one of them or both, I guess, then to be better than the bronze, but could go silver or even gold. I don't think I have. Well, I have some silver ones now. The Ariel I got in the booster was a silver, I believe. That was one of the ones worth over 3. There was also, I got like that Tekka or whatever his name was, the ruby card. That was also not worth as much, but it was also a silver icon rare. I don't know what they call them. I will just say it's rare, super rare, and then ultra rare. But Rapunzel, an amber card for us. Magic Hair. Exert, remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. Wow, that's nice. Cusco, again, have him in. Wait, did we? I think we might have got him here. I can't remember, but now we have another one. Either way, whether he was in the deck or not. Peter Pan's Dagger, another ruby item, or another ruby card. This is an item. Your characters with evasive gain +1 power. Ooh, interesting. Powerful ruby, always going for strength. Probably, I guess that's steel. Probably more defensive. Ruby more strength related. Enchantress, unexpected judge. While being challenged, this character gets +2. Nice. Not bad. Duke Weaselton, small-time crook. Lord. Donald Duck, deep sea diver. Nice. 6/5, that's a strong one, seems. Eli LaBeouf. I feel like that's supposed to be a pun or something. Not sure. Or it's just coincidence, maybe. I don't know. Oh, that's a cool Donald Duck. That Eli was our first uncommon. We got Donald Duck, Perfect Gentleman, Shift 3. Okay. We would need another Donald, and of course that's an emerald. No emeralds. And from the decks, of course. Sardine can item, another sapphire item we could use, I guess. Flight cabin. Your exerted characters gain ward. Oh, well, that's nice. So they can only be chosen by challenge. Is Flynn Rider his own biggest fan? Another, wow, 4 lore. Shift 2. Evasive. Whew, wow. One last big score. This character gets -1 lore for each card in your opponent's hands. Ah, well, that's unfortunate. So you need to get rid of the cards in your opponent's hands, I guess. Ooh, there's our other rare, which is a super rare. Basil, Great Mouse Detective. Again, one we could play in the Sapphire. Shift 5, we do have a Basil, don't we? The king in that. So we could shift into this. If you used shift to play this character, you may draw 2 cards when he enters play. Nice. Seems like a good card. And then our foil. Ooh, a rare finally. Pinocchio, Star Attraction. Nice. A 2 cost 1/1 that gains 3 lore. That seems pretty good. And top right for our piece. Really cool. Okay. Find a place to put these. But that is it for now. This has gone on quite long enough. We'll see. In the next video, I'll probably mention whether any of these may have been worth anything at this point. But anyway, thank you for joining me. It's been fun, as always. I'm Randy with Nerds Templar. Sorry, I've been dealing just for yesterday and today with a little bit of a cold. You can probably tell in my voice. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.